Good evening, traders, and welcome to another StockX post-market recap. So in today's session, we're going to be showing you the predictions that we made at the beginning of the week versus the final outcome. The purpose of this is to highlight the success of the STX model. We do it every week to be transparent with you, and we also provide educational background on how it works. This model is designed for option traders to identify the appropriate trading strikes, the ranges of key stocks and indexes that are on our watch list, and also figure out whether a stock is trending in the bullish or bearish direction. When you have this level of information, you know exactly if it's an appropriate time to swing calls or puts based on the levels that we provide, because these levels that are designed from analyzing weekly and daily option premiums. Based on those on that level of information, we know exactly whether it's an appropriate time, whether if there's going to be a breakout zone, whether it's going to be a chop range, and all that information is going to be available to you. So if you guys are looking into learning how this model works, you definitely want to watch the entire video and take notes, because this here, we do this on a weekly basis, and you can see for yourself that this is not a one-trick pony. It's not a one-hit wonder. We've been proven to show this level of accuracy where we identify the top or the bottom on a consistent basis. So let's get straight into it and have a discussion about the predictions that we made versus the final outcomes. So the first thing that we see here is our SPY analysis was cultivated on October the 12th at 1:30 p.m. Okay, so that is on a Saturday. And in this prediction, we said that SPY estimated weekly high is at 586 and our estimated weekly low is at 570. Our chop range was right over there, and these are the levels that we provide. As you can see, that this here is timestamped and there's no edits whatsoever on Discord, because if you do make an edit on Discord, there would be a tag. So we always want to make sure that we are transparent with that. So if we go to our SPY analysis over here, you can see that the market started off basically hitting our level 1 bullish here, which is our gatekeeping level. So each level that you see here has a definition to it. So this is a gatekeeping level. It hit this, there was a bullish breakout range over here, hit that, and now started to chop around this zone over here. Eventually the market got stronger once the Taiwan semiconductor news came out. This is when the ASML news came out on Tuesday. It was bearish and took the market down, but once we got through that and the market got the Taiwan semiconductor news, you see that it hit exactly our estimated weekly high, which is at 586 to the penny. Okay, so right there, hit that, dived, and then retested that level 1 bullish and dived again. Okay, so based on our model here, it's likely to assume that we may see SPX retest this bottom here, unless if there is bullish news that happens overnight. So we're likely to chop into Friday, and it's very possible we can hit this 577 level 1 bearish support here, which you see right over here. Okay, so this is on a Friday. It is also OPEX, so you want to be aware of that. Now QQQ, once again, this was developed on the 12th over here, and there's no edits whatsoever. You can see the chart matches exactly just like QQQ that you've seen previously. Okay, so if you guys go through the analysis over here on QQQ, let me select it over here, you can see that QQQ hit our level 2 bullish. Okay, so our estimated weekly high was at 501, that did not come, but 598 to the, so that level 2 bullish 498.62 was the exact top that you see over there. Okay, now level 2 represents that the trend has been confirmed. So the techs were definitely strong, but what had happened is that when there's any sort of negative news, you may see some weakness hit. So in this case here, we got negative ASML news, and the downside trend, it stopped exactly at level 2 bearish. You can see here there's moments where this level 1 bearish was actually a strong support. It pretty much held, and on a 30-minute chart, you can see right over here, dropped here, went back here, stopped exactly right there, and dropped. So as a trader, you can use these resistance and support zones to pretty much make a decision on what you want to do here. Okay, so you can see exactly all that information is available here, and members basically set up these alerts with my information here. All you got to do is do this and set the alert by copy and pasting. Okay, so the next one here, time stamped on the 12th, is NVDA analysis. Okay, so this is another stock. So you can see so far we had very precise precision on SPY level by calling the top. We also gave key inflection points on QQQ, and now let's go over NVIDIA. NVIDIA, my estimated weekly high was at 141. Okay, now if you guys look here exactly, you can see that the real top on NVIDIA was basically 140.89. So we were off by 0.1, but pretty much I would call this the top here. You can see that behavior that at level 3 bullish, this was the top right over here. So my level 3, as per the definitions, is a reversal zone, but we also had an estimated weekly high. It hit this, check this out, hit our level 3 bearish. Okay, so level 3 bearish is 129, level 3 bullish is at 139, right over there. And you can see exactly it popped over there, and eventually it went over here. Once the Taiwan Semiconductor news came out, it started to do very well. So we made a nice game plan on NVIDIA all week, and it definitely played well. So if you had this level of information, you could pick what strikes to choose. If you're picking the 133s, 136, etc., you know that this is a chop zone and this is a bullish breakout zone. You can see all that information, and this is of course timestamped with no edits, and you can see that right over here. Now if you replay this chart here just like this to the beginning, you can pretty much see exactly how it works. So pretty much started off at level 3, a lot of resistance here. So if you're level 3, in hindsight, you could have played that a potential short area here, and that would have been a nice decent short to play off of, because that's a strong zone. And then eventually it hit our level 3 bearish right there. You see that it popped immediately off that, and then this is a good area to buy calls. You see that here, pretty much it's zigzagging here. So if you wanted to play Taiwan Semiconductor, you would basically buy the calls here. This is your best spot to get it, and then you can see that huge winner play that if you take it up to the top. And I'm also going to be explaining to you another opportunity that we see happening in the near future. So pretty much that's what you got with NVIDIA, and let's go to the next stock here. So the next stock is Broadcom. Okay, so Broadcom over here, estimated weekly high was at 192, and very far off, but you see exactly that. Okay, so you can see exactly that for Broadcom, it pretty much hit our estimated weekly low, which is a great opportunity to take a shot on calls. So estimated weekly low to the penny was at 174. It hit that number, and then boom, it started to really move back higher again. Okay, so great opportunity to sell is at level 1 bullish at 185, and that's your opportunity that you had to play Broadcom. So nice opportunity there for anyone that wanted to trade that, because you got the Taiwan Semiconductor and you got that key inflection point right over there. You can see this is timestamped, and no changes there whatsoever. The next stock is ARM. Okay, so we were very close to this was very close to hitting 165, our estimated weekly top here. Didn't hit it, but it was off by let's just say 80 cents, I would say. But it was very close. You can see it's hitting our inflection point, hits our level 2, and then pretty much this here is a upside stock here, okay, because its level 2 was confirmed. So I think what happens here is that if you see ARM go back above 158, it can pretty much explode. Otherwise, it's probably going to go into chop range. It may even hit this level 1 bear. So I think I give the edge to the downside based on the fact that it hit the estimated weekly high and can't recover. So I believe that it may get to level 1 bearish here sooner than later, even though it did look strong at first, but it looks like this is going to be the next zone there. Okay, so Tesla here, Tesla was a stock that pretty much wasn't moving all week. It was stuck at around our gatekeeping level, which is at 222. There was a few instances where it tried to gap through, but it just pretty much, this purple range is our chop range, 222. You can see here, and that's it with Tesla. We didn't really touch it. AMD, so another interesting stock here. You can see our estimated weekly low is at 155. That 155 held here, okay? And it continuously held because it's a very strong support. If it does manage to get under 155, you can see a massive breakdown here, okay? So every stock that I spoke about so far is hitting my numbers and they're reacting to it. Every inflection point that you see is working to the penny, okay? Meta, this stock was kind of in no man's land. This was kind of off here because it went to 600, off by 4 points, but from our first inflection point. But overall, it didn't really do much all week, and you know, it pretty much stopped right there, and looks like it was very close to hitting level 1 bearish. So this one wasn't perfect, but it's very interesting to see as well. Dell, we see that it stopped at 130 here, level 1 bullish over here continuously. It pretty much popped off the bottom of the neutral range here and stopped here again. Okay, so when we see a situation like this, the stock really isn't much playable right there and then. MU, so we analyzed MU, only reason being is because this definitely had a chance to move. So we don't really play this stock, but interesting to kind of see the beginning of the week here is we see that it opened in range, bounced off level 1 bearish, and managed to carry up overall. So nothing really to this one here. ASML, so our ASML analysis was, I would say, not perfect. This one here, because our estimated weekly low was at 810 and our high was there. ASML announced their earnings, you know, earlier than expected by accident. So this stock really cratered. So this analysis was not correct, but news basically changes everything. The market was shocked by the very minimal bookings. They failed to impress. They missed on their earnings and bottom line. So that's why this stock went beyond our gamma levels that we've seen. Okay, so there is news that can change anything. If there's an unexpected shock, it's possible to see that. So GS, another stock that we basically called the top 4. You can see right over here, this had earnings as well. It hit our estimated weekly high at level 3 bullish, which is our reversal zone at 539, and dumped off that and pretty much traded in range between level 2 and level 1 bullish that you guys see over here. So it's pretty much, I would give this edge that it's to the upside, because I think it's just gonna pretty much chop in here, and it's only gonna crater once it gets to 545, but it didn't get through this level 3 at all. Okay, so Baidu, so this is one stock that we actually are seeing premiums jump for. Okay, so you can see right over here, since Monday it hit our level 1 bearish, it broke down in the bearish breakdown range, and it bounced off this level 3 temporarily, hit that level 2, and now in coasting at level our estimated weekly low. So you can see exactly this estimated weekly low at 92 is holding here very tight. There's no downside projection here whatsoever. So we believe that China stocks have a possibility to go higher, and there is a statistic economic event that is happening in China tomorrow. So if that works all well, you can see buyers step in and possibly take this towards 94 or 96. So keep an eye on this, and this may happen Friday or the week after. BABA analysis, you see here that pretty much very weak. Didn't hit our estimated weekly low, but started to stop. It's showing basically strength here. So this may be off a little bit, but overall you can see here that it did bounce off this first inflection point and then go back lower. Okay, so China stocks are very weak or overall. Eli Lilly, so Eli Lilly also a little bit, it hit our estimated weekly high at 900. Okay, bounced off there and then just pretty much at 930 and was chopping all around here. So you can see that the inflection points are working across the board here. You can see that MSTR hit level 1 bullish at 226.2. So anytime a stock hits our inflection point early on at our level 1 bullish inflection point, it really has a hard time. So you see that it dumped. It did go below our estimated weekly low, but it didn't hold that well, and pretty much you see very strong support at 194 zone, held multiple attempts. It did try to break down, but it didn't, because is glued to that 194, our estimated weekly low, with the gamma level as well. Okay, and there you have it. That's all the analysis. And finally, oh yeah, I forgot to mention our SPX one. So our SPX is in a different channel, but you can see here I called the top to the penny. Our estimated weekly high on SPX was 58.80. This was given on the 13th, right? No timestamp, all timestamped. Everything you see, the chart matches exactly what you see over here, and pretty much we call this to the penny. They top right over there. So we definitely wanted to short there at this point. Early on, I told my members, watch out for this zone. So if you guys have this model, you see that the predictions are accurate, the information is accurate, and we show you that in real time once you become a member. And we also explain how you can use this model towards your advantage. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, and like always, let's get that money.